We often talk about how illustrated books are great when they can teach a lesson without kids knowing they're being taught a lesson or even taught something. And this is a perfect example of that. Bitsy Bat School Star from Cat Windness. And you look at the book and it's a really charming illustrated book about a bat, baby bat, who's going to school for the first time, and not surprisingly, she has lots of questions. She's very nervous about school. She wants to make a great impression, like any kid at school, but, you know, she messes it up the first day. Her friends don't like the food she eats. She can't play the same games as the others, and she's just overall different than the other kids. You're not going to guess what happens next, though. On the next day, you know, she makes some adjustments, but school turns out to be okay. And this sounds like a very typical, traditional illustrated book, one that you might have seen and heard before, and it's very charming. If you take it at that face value, it really is just a back-to-school book about, hey, be yourself, you're going to make mistakes, everything will be cool, give it a second try, come on back for the second or third day. But there's an autism spectrum to this book, Bitsy Bat School Star, because the illustrator and author, Cat Windness, herself has autism, but she's incorporated coping mechanisms that Bitsy Bat herself, the character, goes through. For example, about halfway through the book, in between the first and second day when Bitsy has kind of a bad day and she freaks out that first day because it's kind of noisy and kind of bright, Bitsy comes back the second day with some noise-canceling headphones and some sunglasses, and she's still herself, and she has a great day at school. That's the other aspect of the book where it works on two levels. Where if you don't want to acknowledge, or you don't even acknowledge, or you don't see the autism aspects of the book, you're like, oh, it's just a book about second chances at school, and everything's good, look at that, yee-haw. However, those kids who have autism, or those kids that need those mechanisms, those coping mechanisms, to make the day calm, like the sunglasses, the timeouts, or the noise-canceling headphones, or other things that autism kids might use, or even those on any spectrum, it's going to resonate with them, because I haven't seen an illustrated book that has those elements in it, much less does it in such a sublime way, as if to not call it out, but to deal with it. Because in Bitsy Bat School Star, autism in the text itself is not even mentioned. That's only mentioned at the back, in the liner notes, and that's for readers like me or you, teachers, educators, whatnot. Kids, it's going to go over their head, unless they pick up on the very subtle aspects like, hey, Bitsy Bat needs headphones, like I need headphones because they help calm me down and they help me isolate things and deal with things more comprehensively. That's why I liked it, and you'll like it. It works on two levels like no other book we've seen. It is Bitsy Bat School Star, and it's going to be great for those read-to-me kids, you know, those story time kids. I'm going to call them pre-K all the way through second grade.